thirst for spiritual growth led him to the teachings of PMC and eventually to Grandmaster Prabodh Garu in 2020. And he has since been an avid follower of their wisdom. Like I said, Master Srinivas has completed T7 Gudakesha program, which clearly shows his commitment and determination to deepen his spiritual journey. As Master Srinivas shares his experience, insights, and wisdom on the topic science of meditation, I am confident that you will find inspiration and valuable lessons from his wisdom. Please join me in welcoming Master Srinivas. The stage is yours, Master.
Hello, Mani sir. Is it my voice is clear?
Yes, Master.
Oh, okay. Oh, actually, I'm using the Teams, so I was thinking that if I turn down my headphones, automatically it will unmute. Okay, so hi, Masters. How are you? I hope today you are doing the great. So, and good morning and good afternoon and good evening to everyone. I think most of you are from India, then, it's a good morning. So myself, first of all, I'm thank you to the Mani sir for great introduction. And I'm very thankful for Prabodh sir for having me this opportunity. So my spiritual journey started in 2016, like as Mani sir said. So first of all, I am from childhood onwards, I'm a spiritual person and I used to visit so many temples. And, I love our gods very much. And I am very much attached to the Indian kind of spiritual journey. So once I moved to the USA, then here I have seen so many of my colleagues are better than India. And, they don't know anything about our God, means our version of the God. They they're staying in like some good houses and they're so happier than like whatever I had seen in India. So at that time I got doubt, like why, means they don't know even like what I used to introduce, like Rama, Krishna, even they don't know their names, but they're happy. So I want to find out the reason, like why they are happy, and why I was thinking that why God is discriminating between me and my colleagues. I want to know the reason. So at that time I have started reading all of our Rishi's books and everything. Then and finally eventually I found out Patriji sir, and I have listened all of his videos, and for me it makes sense a lot. After that one, I listened to the Prabodh sir teachings, and after that one, I stick to the Prabodh sir because he explained the thing. He explained all spiritual things in very logical manner, because I am a logical mind kind of person. So I don't blind easily, like if someone says. But when I keep on listening to the Prabhu's words, then I come to know he explained both logical, different kind of aspects. So always Prabhu's teachings very logical, and I finally decided to join in T7 Gudakesha program, and along with Manisha and so many people. Being staying in USA, here we have, we get friends, but we don't get any spiritual friends. So I want to be with my spiritual friends, and fortunately after joining the Gudakesha, I got a lot of spiritual friends too. And there are a lot of wisdom sessions, and there are so many like experienced people, and there is a daily knowledge sharing session. So my the spiritual knowledge has exploded, and now if I have any doubts, or if I want some support from other people, I can reach out to the so many people. So I joined in T7 Gudakesha program, and I have completed. And after that one, by seeing the benefits in T8 batch, even my wife also joined, and I also continued within T8 batch also. And hopefully, I think today or tomorrow we are completing all, the T8 batch too. So this is about my brief journey. So I am very grateful to the Prabodh sir and Patriji sir. They cleared all of my answers in logical manner. So today I'm going to share you the topic called science of meditation. So let me share my screen. If you guys have any doubts, please raise your hand so that I can do it. So let me see. I hope, and I think you can see my screen. Manisa, is it good?
Fast. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I already told about myself and why Gudakesha, I know. So even though I was, yeah, my voice is clear, right? Even though I joined in 2000, I started my spiritual journey in 2016. I used to read all Rishi's books and everyone, but I have some kind of doubts because our Rishis, maybe at the time language was different. We don't know, I could not able to grasp all the things. So then I started listening various form, all masters in YouTube who are available. I listen all of them, and finally I came to the Patriji sir, and I stopped there. And after that, I started listening all PMC topics. So then it started clearing me all of my doubts. After that one, I was used to do 1 or 2 hours meditation every day, but I want to increase my the timing, and I want to do it more time. But since I'm working and I'm pretty much occupied from morning to evening, I don't know how to increase it. So when I was searching how the ways of increasing my meditation, then I found out the Gudakesha program. So it was very helpful. It is very helpful to me, and my I am able to connect it to the spiritual, spiritual, and my experience to the spiritual journey increased a lot with that Gudakesha program. So then, so I want to tell you, this is what is meditation? Why we are doing the meditation today. I will go to the basic topics because this is the first class of the this series. So what is the meditation? I like one idea, if one pointed attention is a mental concentration and all pointed attention master minute. Okay. So if one pointed attention is a mental concentration, we call it as a dharana, and finally it has to be converted into the all pointed concentration, that we call it as a dhyana. Okay. So what does it mean is, suppose at the starting, what will happen, either you concentrate on mantra, or you are concentrating on the breath, or you concentration on whatever the form you like it, that we call it as a dharana. But it eventually it will turn it into all pointed attention. So that we call it as a dhyana, or in English we call it as a meditation. So And actually, when we are keep on doing the meditation, what will happen? And finally we reach it to one state in Vedas, and they call it as a Turiya state. So what do you mean by Turiya state? To remain thoughtfully and uninterruptedly with the attentive awareness in the state of thoughtfulness. So you are fully aware of, but you don't have any thoughts. That we call it as a Turiya state, or that is the state we need to reach the final. That is the goal of our meditation. In Gudakesha, I think this is the quote inspired by Prabodh sir, from the Ramana Maharshi. So, when he was in, Ramana Maharshi says, if anyone is in the deep sleep, and if they are aware, then they experience the highest happiness. So that quote is inspired by Prabodh sir, and he started teaching the Gudakesha. So even I also like that one, and that is the easiest way to explain the layman people, if they want to know about the Gudakesha. So so here in this world, there are so many people are there. Like I said, sometimes we are all feel happy and unhappy, and sometimes we are feeling more energetic or less energetic. Sometimes some people, and we are healthy, and sometimes we feel not that much healthy, and some people are very rich and some people are poor, and like that. Every time every one person experience is different. Why our Vedas, or our Patrijis, or everyone says we are the gods, then why we are experiencing the different kind of states? So is there any common reason behind of all this problem? Like all of our experiences are different. So when you're seeing some people are happy, you maybe feel different. So why I'm not be happy? So is there an experience? First of all, I want to present myself. So means in 2018 or 19, I have read one book called Ray Dalio. He is the famous hedge fund manager like in USA. So he wrote book about the cycles, he's all of his experience, he want to put it in the principle, one book. So what he has explained in that book is our life is a cycles. Not only you, it's a, for every country has some cycles, and every people have some cycles, and generally his summary is, we tended to like the people who we are close to. I mean to say, suppose if you are Indian, you tend to like Indians. If you are American, you tend to like American. I would say, I'm not saying it is for everyone, but most of the people, we are feeling comfortable. Suppose if you are a doctor, then you like the doctor, kind of thing. And everyone cycle is different. So if you consider here, suppose here he has given one beautiful cycle book. If you see, these are all the countries. Okay, these are all the countries like United States, India, and China. So if you see, sometimes they become the superpower, sometimes they lost their wealth, and again they are become the superpower. So it means we already led as Indians, most of the people here. So we know India was a super powerful country for so many years. After that one, we lost the rhythm, and once again we are picking up. And the same way now, if you see the British, they are also they reach to the peak state, and now they are falling down. Like that, every time, like how country is nothing but group of people, right? So group of people experiences maybe either enhancement, or they can down. The similarly every day, that is the like a group of people cycle. In the similar way, we have also different kind of cycle. Like one day we feel happy, one day we feel sad. Like that, we are getting the different kind of experience, and it is a good for us only. So when we are coming to this world, and we know what is the best for us, like which country is the best for us, and we planned it, and based on that one we take the experiences, and we come to this world. So Patriza says, there here is only experiences. There is nothing good or nothing bad. No need of feeling good. If you are feeling not happy, it means it is the experiences you want to be, you plan for that experience, so enjoy that one. If you are a poor, enjoy that one. So whenever started enjoying all of them, then then your growth will be improved a lot. So like this world is designed based on the cycle wise. Like if you see the yearly cycle, if you see the monthly cycle, if you see the moon cycle, everything is a cycle inside of the cycle inside of the cycle. So but the similarly, but you if you want, you can escape from the cycle. How do you escape from the cycle? Like finally your happiness and your state is depend upon your mind. So how you are controlling your mind, it is depending on that one. Even though if you are born in America, suppose if you think that America is the greatest country now, but so many people are suffering here. And even then if you born in Africa, but so many people are enjoying, even though it is depend upon the larger country cycle, but still finally it will boil down to the your own individual cycle. I hope you got it. So there is nothing right, nothing wrong here. All are here is experiences only. So then how do we, how do we, any like, how do we control how do we change our own state? And like what is the reason we are feeling different states? Like suppose from considering me from the morning to evening, I may think different like about my work, my issues. Like issues means work related issues. Like every day as a software engineer, I do get so many issues, and about different things like my parents, my kids, and everything. We are keep on thinking, and it is a good for it is good for a reason, because when we are keep on thinking it, we are focusing on, like, we will come to know what is the good for us, what is the bad for us. But if you are thinking consciously, that would be the good. But if you are thinking unconsciously, it is not a good. So some of the experts, like when I Google it, and they say we tend to get around 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts per day. So it means average, I mean, these are all the conscious thoughts, and these are some of them are, most of them are unconscious thoughts. So on average per hour, you may get like 2,500 to 300, 3,300. And as per Buddha, he says, hey, the reason, like if you want to be happy, you concentrate only on your work or your thoughts. Keep it only on thoughts, and don't wander your mind. So people say if the mind is too much wandering, then you lead to the unhappy state. So here every day we are, suppose consider every day we are getting 60,000 thoughts, and among that one, most of them are negative. Like, hey, recession is coming, or what happens if my kid does not study? What happens when I grown up? And like everyone has their own reasons, and everyone thinks differently. And among that one, based on our past experience, and we projected to the future experience, and most of the 95% of the people are, and thinking negatively. That's why we are experiencing the different states. So and most of them are unconscious, and we are not aware of those things. Suppose if you ask me, hey, what you thought, like what are all the thought patterns you got from last 1 hour? Maybe I may not know, because or anyone does not know, because they are not aware of their thought patterns. So if you are not aware of your thought patterns, then you don't know. So for every thought, like we are giving energy. Every thought we are giving energy, and wherever you put more energy, that experience you get it. So even though you are not aware of what you are today, it is because of your thoughts only. If you have a good thoughts, you are in good state. If you have a bad thoughts, you are in a bad bad state. So even wars, cyclones, everything come based on the group thinking only. If most of the people think that war is coming, definitely war will come. If the most of the people think that this world is going to be in good place, definitely it is going to be good place, because we are giving the energy. once we are giving the energy, then definitely those are going to execute. So our state is depend upon our thought and our our surrounding people thoughts. So I told you, right, based on that, the study shows if you are Indian, you tend to, you tend to be like to the, similar frequency people or similar, similar behavioral kind of people. So when you are in that, where suppose if you are a doctor, you want to be stay with other doctors. If you are a meditator, you want to be stay with other meditators. The moment when you're staying with other meditators, what happens? They think positive and you think positive, then it is a good for even for like all your for you and as well as our surroundings. So the similarly like it's all depend upon like whom you interact and whom whom you associated with. So that's why our circle is important, and they affect us, and it creates the cycle. So make sure that you are with the good good kind of people. So here, since we are getting, and 95% of the people get 99 thoughts, so all of them are all of them are negative. So I'll tell you like why our thoughts are taking out our energy. So imagine, imagine your daughter or your kid or your parent, and you imagine. So immediately, what will happen? You like if you see like a cell phone, like you are rendering their image, right? Like if you are thinking about your kid, so what happens in your mind? You are rendering their image, right? Like suppose if you take the mobile and if you play the audio, then it consumes less energy. Suppose if you take the mobile and if you play the video, it consumes more energy. The similarly in our thoughts also, if you play, if you keep on playing the old or future scenarios, and then you keep on rendering the images in your brain, and you tend to give all of your energy to that images, and means you are utilizing the more energy for only for the rendering purpose. So and it consumes a lot of energy. Suppose if you are in the current state, like if you are keep on concentrating on the current state, suppose you are doing some work, you don't think anything, just concentrate on that work. If you started enjoying, then what will happen? You tend to be using less energy. For example, in this slideshow, I showed you one of the image. You saw the tree, right? So that tree, when you see the real tree, it takes less energy than if you are imagining the same tree in your mind, it takes more energy. So like brain works like a CPU. If you consider, CPU, so for, the more you imagine, the more energy you consume, right? So less thoughts, leads to more energy. More energy means more happiness. So always remember, we are the energy beings. Our job is here to increase our energy, as well as we need to, we need to be happy. So we are here to be happy. So even though we are in the different state, all we are trying to be getting happiness. So I hope you got it. And so where I'm getting this energy? So generally most of the people, like we get energy from the food, we eat the food, or we are getting from the nature, right? So we have abundant energy is there. Every day we are keep on getting the energy, but we are our we have not opened our receiver, so that because of your keep on thinking, and we have not calmed down. That's why whatever the energy comes, it is like we are closing our container. So the energy, whatever it comes, it will comes very less only, and whatever the energy comes, we are using it. Generally, we are like a why, if you consider we as a mobile device. And when someone sleeps in the night, like in the deep state, we fully charges our mobile, like wireless mobile. And the morning, when they wake up, then they started using that energy, like whatever we received in the night, we started using it. Suppose if you are, if you are worrying too much, then immediately you are using all of your energy and you tend to feel sleep. And then so our job is here to use the less energy, and if you think about like money, every month, suppose you have some 1 lakh rupees or 1 lakh dollars you have, the less you have utilized, and the if you keep more dollars, so it is a benefit for you in the later, and you will feel more happy in terms of money wise. The similarly, this cosmic energy or spiritual energy also the same. So our job is here to save that energy. The more you save, and the more you feel happy, and the more energy is there, and you have less thoughts. Less thoughts are there, and I mean to say, less wandering. So that's why all are interconnected, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. So then how do we, I mean to say, how do we the save our energy? Like suppose in the you need to be balanced between the past, present, future. I'm not saying that you should not think about past, I'm not saying that you should not think about future. What all I am saying is you need to be balanced. Whenever you require, yeah, you have to think positive, you need to think present, and you need to think future, but most of the time you should be present. You should be in the present mode. So, or you need to be, suppose when you are going for walking or exercising, yoga, or you are working on a hobby. So what we do, we tended to concentrate on only one thought. When we are concentrating on, instead of spending our energy in multiple thought patterns, if you like it and do it like a nature walk. If you are free, just go for walk to with your friends, then or go to the like you can go to the relatives house or marriages, and if you think positively, then so much of energy it will be saved. Eh, that energy will be saved not only in meditation, even if you do anything with that's what I say. When you do the dharana means if you are concentrating on only one thing, then automatically we save the energy. But when we are doing, if you have no thoughts, we get abundant energy. But first we will try this one, like thinking positive also, it helps us a lot. You need to think positive. I'll tell you, like if you're thinking positive about your friend, suppose your friend, he has done mistake, and if you think about positive about him, then you leave that one. But if you started thinking negative, then we keep on repeating. Whenever you see him, you keep on repeating the thought patterns, and you tend to lose your energy. So he, you are sending signals to him, your negative energy to him, as well as you are the victim of your own thoughts. So that's why they say, you need to think positive. So observe your thoughts, what you are thinking, and always you need to observe, like, what kind of thought patterns are coming to me. Is it positive? Is it negative? I say positive thoughts also consumes energy, negative thoughts also consumes energy, but positive thoughts consumes less energy compared to the negative thoughts. So like cosmic energy is coming, and we are eating the food and we are getting the energy, like how, like where our energy is generating in our body. I'll show you the next slide. So if you see here, so ultimately it boiled down to our brain. So our brain has to be managed, even though we have so much power is there, like if you say we have so much power, ultimately our house has to be maintained properly, right? We need to utilize the power properly. So even though we are getting it, some energy facts about this one is we are energy beings, right? So energy get based on the food what we eat, energy generated in our brain. So and the energy passes between the neurons. Whenever it passes between the neurons, then our signals sent from one means different organs will communicate via this energy only. So so if you see here, the brain, it generates 20 volts energy in our body every day. So you can how do you imagine the 20-watt energy is like two low voltage LTD bulbs, you can can glow with that energy. So even though our brain is 2% of our the whole body, but it consumes around 20 to 30% of energy it consumes. So this is the primary source. Whatever you eat and whatever you drink, water, everything consumed by most of our energy. Like it is like a computer, right? In computer, most of the energy consumes by CPU. So if you are maintaining the CPU properly, our system performance good. The similar way, if you are maintaining our brain, like if you are maintaining our brain properly, then it is a good. Like 40% of the brain energy consumes by eyes. So I told you, right, like most of the, when we are seeing here anything, 40% of energy consuming by eyes, means whatever you see, we have to be processed inside of our body, right? Definitely that 40% of energy consumes by us. So that's why, while doing the meditation, people say close your eyes. In Prabhu sir also keep on says close your eyes. But when we reach to the advanced meditation, even he suggests you to the different alternative meditations. But even for basic meditators, they say just close your eyes. When you are closing the eyes, what will happen? You saves 40% of our brain energy, so that and we accumulated more energy. The more energy we accumulated, the more happiness we are. So I'll tell about like how the brain works. So consider our world map. We have the east and west is there, right? So east people, they know how to manage it. Like we are all like Indians, Asians, all are east people, and the west means like America, Europe, and those things are west people. So we are in spiritual world, and west and east is in spiritual world, and west is in materialistic world mostly. As per my knowledge. So, but remember, these are all cycles. It keep on turns the cycle. So we cannot simply say this is that is that. It's keep on, like how I showed you, right, how countries are turning the cycle. Similarly, this is also, everything is a cycle in this nature. There is nothing. If you are poor now, one day you will become a rich. If you are rich now, one day you will become a poor. So don't take, because we want to experience everything in this world. So then what happens? So East people, like Vivekananda, everyone, they came to the USA or Germany or Europe, and they told, hey, if you do meditation, they are trying to tell about the spirituality. At that time, some people are believed, most of the people did not believe it, because they want to know some evidence. So, but recently with the advanced science, because of the MRI scans and, so many scans in our body, then they figure it out, hey, whatever they are telling, they're right. So what happens if you see our brain, like if you see our brain, this is the prefrontal cortex. So what happens? This is I mean, say right side is a logical and everything. I mean, say if you are so active, this part is so active. So whenever it is active, what happens? Our gray matter will increase here so much. So you will take the better decision. I mean, say if you are doing everyday operations, then this prefrontal cortex, like whatever you have seen here, it is so much active. And here one more is there. I mean, amygdala is there. This is like a peanut size kind of organ. So what happens? This is the organ is animalistic nature. So you mean to say, suppose when you see the snake, immediately you get fear, right? So at the time, this will be active. So hippocampus is the kind of one organ in our brain. So what happens? It will convert from your short-term memory to the long-term memory. So every day when we sleep, what happens? This short-term memory, if it is it is useful to you, so it will process and save it in the long-term memory. The long-term memory is nothing but your habits. So that's how your habits will form. So one day if you see the movie, it is okay, short-term memory. But every day if I keep on seeing the movie, then what happens? After some days, without seeing the movie, you cannot get sleep, because that will be converted as a habit. So that's this is the functionality of this one. So what happens in this case? when they scanned our brain, like meditating people, non-meditating people. So meditating people, the prefrontal cortex in the gray matter increase a lot. It means they are thinking logically. Suppose if someone come and scold them, they think logically, hey, is it good to react now or it is bad to react now? So they are applying their consciousness before reacting. Okay, but suppose, if the gray matter is less in our body, then what happens? If someone comes and scolds you, you react immediately without thinking. You are thinking that they are attacking you. Suppose if they say, hey, you are bad, you are a bad programmer or something, if they say, then without thinking, we tend to react. That is an animalistic nature. So prefrontal cortex, what it do, hey, someone is trying to attack, and it will inform to the amygdala, hey, release some kind of hormone. So that is a stress hormones it will release. The moment when it is go to your blood, you react you react negatively to them. So but for meditators, what they have found out, this amygdala size become a small, and the prefrontal cortex activity, like this, if it is this active, we are in the default mode. I mean, so we don't know. We are reacting after 1 hour, 2 hours, maybe we react. Some people, they'll come to know after so many years, because suppose suppose if you are not good with your friend, you keep on thinking, you keep on thinking how to avoid him. So you'll come to know only after a few years only. So that's why, this is called fear center. This is this always communicating, and this size keep on increasing. So they come to know here that size of amygdala is coming down, and the prefrontal cortex is increasing. So like, how does the regular meditation practice affect our brain? So what they have found it is, I told you, right, increase in the gray matter. This is what they have found. They have found it in the studies in the West. Like gray matter increases. Gray matter is nothing but we have white matter and gray matter in our brain. So gray matter is nothing but you are thinking analytically, and you are taking the decision. That we call it as a consciousness, and decreasing the amygdala size and prevention of the brain. You saw, right, in the West now, so many people are getting, once they reach to the 60 or 70, they are losing. That is the biggest problem in the West. So that because they are not preserving their memories in the body, in their brain. So that preservation of the brain is increases, and the default mode, whenever the amygdala size decreasing, and default mode will go away, and you always think in a normal way, optimizing the brainwave activity. So brainwave activity is nothing but the thinking patterns and everything. We are optimizing. How we are optimizing the CPU, the same way we are optimizing the brain. So then what kind of thoughts do we get? So we have different kind of thoughts are coming. Like we have conscious thoughts, and means we have brain, like a conscious brain, unconscious mind, and subconscious mind. So here I have given example, like conscious is nothing but it's like you are critically thinking. Okay, subconscious nothing but your emotional, and unconscious is nothing but your automatic like a digestion system and everything. So then so conscious mind and so then what happens when you do the meditation, you need to be handle all to at least to conscious mind and subconscious mind. Eventually, if you lead out to the more depth, then you will go to the unconscious mind. But in if you attend that Gudakesha program, and Prabodh sir will tell some techniques which will attack the both conscious mind, subconscious mind, unconscious mind, and you may not know like that is the one, But since he is a very experienced person, like last 18 years he is giving out in simple formulas, like how to attack the conscious mind, how to decrease, not and how to decrease subconscious mind. Even if you listen to the previous 1 hour session, you may know or you may not know. He asked you to concentrate on breath. He asked you to concentrate on the body, and and he asked you to feel happy. So this is nothing but the way the easiest way to attack the conscious and subconscious mind. So you may not know. See, whenever you are telling to the kid what you say, hey, do while crossing the road, you need to see the car, but you don't explain all the things. Why? Because you think that he may not be in position to understand what you are telling. The same way, if you are keep on deep into that subject, then only will come to know how how they are telling it. Okay. So that's the help of the great masters. So if you have time, or I highly recommend you to join in that Gudakesha program. So you will all benefit same as like me. So here, like brain frequency. So we are telling these are all the thoughts, right? How to how to reduce those thoughts. What happens when you do the meditation. So we have frequencies. Our job is to go to the higher frequency. So we are saying that Shiva, Rama, Krishna, Jesus, everyone in a higher frequency, but we are in the lower frequency. Our depth frequency is around 7 point, like hedge kind of thing. So because see, I'm able to see you because you and me are the similar frequency, at least the body, physical body in the same frequency, but we have 7 bodies, right? Other bodies may be in different frequency. When we are doing meditation, what happens? We say like here beta waves, alpha waves, theta waves, and delta waves. So beta waves is nothing but in the normal, like now I am in the maybe gamma, little bit beta wave category, because I'm speaking, right? When I'm speaking, I am very alertiveness. That's why maybe I'm the gamma wave. Normally the beta waves are there, and if you are relaxed, like if you sit and seeing the watching, or watching movie, or or playing the nice music, at that time you may be reached to the alpha state, or starting position of the meditation. And then theta wave, and then light theta wave also you will go, but you are going to the deep state of the meditation, and delta wave is the deepest deep state. So here Prabhu sir, what he thoughts us is how to go to the delta state, in short period of time, how to come out to the beta, state, how to go to the delta state. And I mean to say, like go to the deep sleep and wake up, go to this deep sleep and wake up. That's what I can say in the layman terms. So but if here we want to go to the deep sleep, for us, suppose this is the throughout the night sleep, this is the Fitbit I have taken, this is the graph. So this is the awake state, and this is the REM state. REM state means this is our dream state, and this is the light, and this is the deep state. So deep state in the sense, when you sleep, mostly you will be deep state in around 1 hour, 1 hour to 2 hours. It is very good. But it will go in the cycle. You won't sleep it. I told you that this world is a full of cycle. You cannot go and put it, you cannot go and stay in one state. It's keep on changing. Even sleep also, it's keep on changes as a cycle. If you see here, if you see the deep state is different here, or like going here. For me, the deep sleep will come 10 o'clock in the night, and 3 o'clock again I'll go to the deep sleep again in the 3 o'clock, if I see my sleep patterns. So the similarly everyone has the patterns. At that time, if I watch movie for 12, any hour, if I interact with the friends or anything up to 12 o'clock, then one of my cycle is missing. So I feel little bit uncomfortable. But you need to see your cycle, or if you keep on interrupting your cycle, maybe the sleep patterns may change. But this is how. But in Gudakesha program, immediately you will go. You will go and you come. From normal to the sleep. So how do we control the thoughts? I mean, say, is meditation is good for everyone. So I cannot say meditation is good for, see, there are definitely, I told you, right? If our consciousness increases, conscious is nothing but every decision you need to take it based on some little bit logic apply. Then we call it as a consciousness. And, you need to be, suppose, like you should not wandering your mind. So is it a good for everyone? So suppose some parents are there. I'll tell you one analogy. Suppose some parents, some parents are there. So some parents, they tell to their kids, like, hey, most of the parents, they tell, hey, you need to be study good, and then only you will grow, good. But some parents, they tell, hey, you need to be, because that kid is keep on studying, he don't go out and play. So we parents just tend to say, you need to go out and play, then only it will be good. So the similarly here, 90% of we are external, and 10% some of them are internal. So 90% of the people, the meditation helps a lot. Like, they need to go inside, I mean, say inward, but 10% of the people, they need to go outward. So that's why here, if you see if you want, so if the people are already inward, then you cannot come and say, like, you have to be more inward, then you will be happy. So maybe, we need to experience, there is no inward outward at the final, but in layman terms, I say inward means doing meditation, and outward means you need to be concentrated on that one. Suppose here in the consciousness, we have two type of consciousness. One is introspection and one is extrospection. So if you see the introspection, then introspection means, like, I can say, inward kind of thing. You can do it in two ways. One is the breath wise you can go, or thoughts control you can go. And breath control in the sense hatha yoga kind of thing. If you are controlling your breath, then you can go inward so far, so fast. Or thought control pattern you can go. If you go to the thought control, you can control in two ways. One is avoiding the thoughts, or be with the thoughts. How to avoid the thoughts? Like, if you go to the bhakti yoga, or if you go to the anapanasati, or mm, if you kindness meditation, anything, if you go, then just you are avoiding the thoughts. Yeah, and you are concentrating on one thing. So we call, that's how also you can achieve it. Or be with the thoughts, like, always be like, like Raman Maharshi says, you need to experience, like, know yourself, be your thoughts and see, like, hey, you are this one, you are this one, you are this one, no, like kind of thing. So, or you can do that one also. And surprisingly, everyone told different, but in Gudakesha, we cover all of them. Okay, we cover all of them. So here the mix of everything, because of the Prabodh are designed, and he made the simple techniques such a way that we are he combined all of them. You may not know those are all what, but if you think deeply, he has given some tasks. At least in USA, every day we do some kind of on the task. With the task, we will do all, like inward, outward also, we do all of them. So that's why I highly recommended. You may not require to know the theory. So but you but if you follow the simple formulas, you without you knowing, you are already following all of them. So maybe some of you here already joined in Gudakesha. Definitely they know, like, what I am talking. So in extrospection, like walking meditation, hobbies, tracking, like karma yoga, like going to the temple, all will in extrospection. So in our nature also, for 90% of the people, inward is happy, 10% of the people outward happy. But inward people also, always be meditation is not possible. Sometimes you need to experience the outside world also. So if you see the Patriji, or if you see the, the Prabodh sir, yeah, they only not only teach you to the meditation, they will take you to the walk, or they will give different kind of tasks, such a way that you combinedly experience all of them. Suppose if you don't want any thought control, you are in the unconscious mode, and we are in the default state. 90% of the people in the default state. Okay. So, I told you, right? Our, our emotions, whatever we thought, thinking, we are attracting that kind of energy. Suppose, like if you see here, suppose if you are desire something, you are in 125 hertz frequency. I mean, so these are all the frequencies. Which frequency you are in, you are attracting that kind of thing. Suppose God, I mean, Rama, Krishna, Jesus, and all of them are in the enlightenment state, like 700 to 1,000 or more. So they are, they attract that kind of one only. So that's why if you see Prabhu sir, he says three things, right? One is breath concentration, one is the body concentration, one is the important one, smile. You need to be smile. So smile means it will come here. So you are attracting that kind of frequency. Like it is close to, it is not enlightenment, but it is lead you to the enlightenment. And you in your life also, you attract the similar kind of thing. I told you, right? We are all attract the similar, pattern people. If you are a doctor, you attract the doctor. If you are a smiley person, you attract the other smiley person. So always remember, we are attracting and we are experiencing what we think, or what we, which state we are in. Okay. So make sure that that's why always our rishis and everyone, they are happy, they are peace, because they want to be high state, as this graph shown. So make sure that you will also do. When you are feeling unhappy anytime, just make sure that you go out and laugh loudly, then automatically your state will change. Okay. So, and I told you, right, Sajjana Sangatyam and books reading helps a lot. And in Gudakesha program, or anything, if you want to try new thing, first you will feel happy. After a few days, you will feel, hey, what is happening? What is happening? And you will feel, you ask the questions. Suppose if you try anything, suppose if you come to the way other country, or if you go to the new place, first you will feel happy while going, but after a few days you feel like it does not make sense. After a few more days, it does not make sense at all to you, and you think that you are taking the bad decision. After a few days, you will feel a little bit happy. So it happens anything. So we call it as a cultural shift curve. So whenever joining in Gudakesha or any new program, then definitely you feel first happy. After that one, you feel a little bit sad and more sad. I mean, say you are in confusion state. Some people say, hey, don't sleep it. If you don't sleep it, your health may be problem. Okay. And they will make you confused. So at that time, you need other people need to support you. That's why Sajjana Sangatyam. So if you are in with the other Gudakesha, or if you are with other meditators, they will encourage you. Nothing will happen. We have also faced the similar kind of people, such a way that this your culture curve will reduce a lot. But if you don't be with if you want to do it alone or something, then you need to experience all these things. So make sure that you join with similar thought pattern people. Okay. So uh, I want to so what is our final thoughts? We need to uh, so what I am trying to say, you need to be always maintain the balance. We are in a middle path. it is not we are not going, completely spiritual. We are not completely material life. You should be in the middle path. That's what that is the way I do. So I'm suggesting you also do the same way. Your family and friends, everyone is important. At the same time, you are important to yourself. So always maintaining the balance. And even though if you are telling, some people may not try, some people may not make sense, it is not their problem. I told you, right? Everyone is in different states. Some people, from Prabodh sir, what I come to know, if someone is addicted to, drinking alcohol or something, it is not, we are thinking that they are bad, but actually it is not a bad at all. They want to experience that state in this lifetime. That's why they came here. So never judge others, because that is their life plan, and based on our life plan, we attract the similar people and we go to that plan. So make sure that don't judge others, because some people are in we have sattva, rajas, tamo, and three gunas are there, right? So different people in different states. So then some people, when someone says they will do it immediately, some people may take little bit effort, some people will take a lot of effort. Make sure that they are in different states. So that's why we should not judge others. Everything, whatever you do, it is a good for you, but at the same time you have to listen to the master. Like suppose if you want to play cricket, definitely you need to listen to the whatever the Sachin or someone says, but you should not just by seeing him, it won't work out, right? Similarly here, he has Prabhu sir has done so many years of experience, and he made formulas. That is his experience. That experience he converted into formulas, and he giving it to the Gudakesha practitioners. And he even in this like in a last 1 hour also, he shared more, some of them. So Prabhu sir never keep any knowledge to himself. He always wants to expose as much as possible. He want to help as many people as possible in logical manner. He never asks you to follow him blindly. He always explain in scientific manner. So he'll ask you to find devices, and and it makes sense. It makes sense to you. Even if you are a emotional, just if you are a emotional, you need to follow. If you please, okay. If you are emotional, then you can follow. If you are not if you are logical also, he will explain to you. Okay. So sattva, rajas, and tamo guna. So make sure that, I hope you already know here. If you are coming here, means definitely you know all of them. But I want you to put as a different my perspective, like how I understand, so that maybe it will benefit to you, or it may be revision for you. So what principles we need to follow? So always you put some goals. Without goals, nothing will work. Suppose if you want to do some task, you need to put the goals. And meditate regularly. You need to be meditate regularly. And definitely goals are important. If you want to achieve something, goals are important. And so you need to be put some goals, and you need to be meditate regular. Okay. Definitely this will help you a lot, because we are all came here to experience happiness, whatever we do. So that meditation will helps you experience that happiness, right? So definitely sometimes money brings you happiness, sometimes with friends it will bring you happiness, but meditation is the fastest way to go to that state. So even though if it does not make sense to you, but our rishis, we are the India, we are telling from last so many thousand of years, they are keep on telling the same thing. Hey, please be in the spiritual path, please be in spiritual path. Why they are telling? They know the value of that one. That's why. That's why, as as our they are our role models. Make sure that we should also follow them. Okay, it is not like someone came immediate and telling some kind of secrets. We know from our childhood and everywhere, all masters are telling the same thing, but because of the Patrijis or someone, they explained us nicely, and at least for me, it makes sense. And I could correlate it like what they have thought, Rishis thought, and what Prabhu sir or Patris are telling. I can correlate it, and I'm happy. Like I cleared all of my doubts. I hope you are also. Everyone is in different state, but definitely you will also be benefit. If you follow them. So be smile always. That's why I showed you one diagram, right? Like you should be in the smiling always. That is very much important. You follow and you smile so that you will attract the similar kind of thing. You need to read the books. I told you that Sajjan Sangatya books, it will help you a lot. So you have to read a book, and be always be like-minded people. Definitely you have to be like-minded people. I mean to say, if you are a meditator, be with the meditator. If you are a movie lover, go with the movie lover, so that you will enjoy a lot, because it's a similar thought pattern kind of people. And use the visualization and imagination technique. Suppose if you want to be the meditator or something, just make sure that you imagine you will be the good meditator, so that you should be the happy, you get lot of happiness. You need to be imagined so that it will be materialized very fast. Okay. And I want you to tell here one thing, like suppose if your kid or someone wants to learn the bike, small kid wants to learn the bike, what they say first, ask them to go slow. Or if you are driving the car, first what we say, go slowly. Why we are going slowly? Because they don't have any patterns in their brain to go it very fast, right? So it may lead to hit someone, or something might happen. So we ask them to go slowly and make sure that we setting our mind. Once we set our mind, after that, and if you go fast, we will enjoy it. Similarly here in meditation, or at least in Gudakesha, what they do, we our brain has some frequency, right? I told you. So we reduce that frequency, and we set some Prabhu sir make sure that in throughout the night he played some kind of instruction, such a way that your subconscious mind will set that one. So that kind of thought patterns it will set. See, our actions are depend upon our subconscious mind patterns, right? 90% of them are subconscious mind patterns. So we need to clear those thought patterns. That's why Prabhu sir make sure that he makes sure that he sets that kind of pattern with the music and his audio and so many things. So even if you are not doing meditation, if you are listening that one while sleeping, what happens? Because at the time of sleep, your brain frequency will less, and directly it will go to their subconscious mind. Like how your kid, when he first we ask them to go slowly, so we are setting the subconscious pattern, right? Similarly, we are following the, like Prabhu sir is following the same tip. At least I understand in this way. So that's why that's why we came to the earth world. Why? Because it is a less frequency. If you are in the more frequency world, we are happy, but we came to the earth world because we want to learn the lesson how the kid how the kid is going in the learning very slowly. Similarly, in the less frequency world, we came here for our benefit only. Once we learn all of them, we go to the higher frequency and we enjoy there. So this is the place we set our subconscious mind, so to go to the higher frequency. So I hope this visualization imagine techniques it will help you a lot. So what do you want? Do the same to the world and you get multifold. So if you want to be meditator, tell all the meditator. If you want to money, donate the money. So there's such a way that you attract the similar kind of frequency. So automatically it will start getting materialized. Remember, this is a low frequency world, so it may take some time. Okay, it is not high frequency world. Suppose if Vishnu Rama says something, it will happen immediately because they are from the higher frequency world. But we I mean to say, at least we are in this world, so it will take some time. Make sure that you should have some patience, and we want this one to experience better. Okay, imagine if they are getting whatever you want, if you are getting, means you won't be experienced nicely. So Sadhguru also says with so many stories, make sure that you listen to him also. A day starts with the gratitude and ends with gratitude. So you should be gratitude. Why gratitude? Actually, gratitude will be in this emotion. Like if you say this graph, it will be here. So there's such that you will attract the similar kind of thing. And set and repetitive positive self affirmation. So you need to be set, and because when you are setting something, your subconscious mind patterns will do. One of the best technique is when you are in deep sleep. If you set that one, it will go directly to your subconscious mind. Make sure that when you go to the sleep, you put some positive affirmation and you run those music besides you. So then automatically after a few days, make sure that you see yourself, your thought patterns and changes. Okay, sometimes your mind may not be accepted initially, but daily if you play the music, definitely it will set it. I hope I think I'm done. So if anyone have questions, I think JS3, she raised her hand. So can you ask questions? Can you unmute yourself and ask? Sorry.
My soul namaskars to each and everybody. Yeah, it was a wonderful session, sir. Thank you so much for your wonderful knowledge. It was very simple that everybody can understand. And it was
thank you.
Wonderful session, sir. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge, sir. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I could understand easily the difference of practicing Gudakesha meditation and normal meditation. It was very clear and it was very simple that everybody could understand.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely. If anyone does not join in this program, if they join, it helps them a lot. That's what that is the goal of this one.
Gudakesha.
Such a way that they come to know easily. They'll come to know the difference.
Yeah.
And see, always live master is main important. So in my words, we can say Krishna, Rama, someone, right? But they are not, they cannot tell you like, I may say, they tell in nice way, and we got the books. But if you want to be understand, definitely in one live master is required, right? So many YouTube videos are there, but still kids go to the school, they learn a lot because that's a live master session, right? That similarly, here also it helps you a lot. I mean, if you join in Gudakesha or even anything, I'm not saying Gudakesha, but any live master program, it helps you a lot. It is up to you. Like I told you, right? It's depend upon your gunas, like sattva, raja, tamo gunam. You take the decision. But I'm not judging whether you need to join or not join. But I'm recommending you because it's my experience.
Oh, wow, super. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. So now again that I know about him because he joined in T8 Gudakesha program, and and I get the last question.
Yeah, hi, Srinivas sir. It was a very nice session. You covered many points, and thank you for covering.
So
and I have a question. Like I mean, even though I'm in a beginning stage, so this energy level, like energy means like we eat food for daily energy, right? I mean, to walk or to do our daily routines. So we eat energy. What is the relationship between our the food energy or this cosmic energy? The cosmic energy is an ingredient for converting our food into some kind of energy, or it's for the food is for physical body, or cosmic energy for different body. Or sorry,
Let me tell you, there is only one energy, that is a cosmic or spiritual energy, we call it as, or God energy. Okay, so because humans by default, they cannot take the direct energy, because but a tree has ability to absorb that energy. That's why what they do, they take that energy and giving us as a fruits, leaves or something. And animals, like we are also advanced animal, right? We are like all we depend upon the animal, or depend upon the animal, like we, if we eat the meat, definitely still we are dependent upon the tree. So they are the primary source. So this is the default mode. But somehow the few people, they won't, in this world, there are like every people follows, I mean 90% to 95% of the people follows normal approach, but 5 people follow, in that 4% of the people follows the different approach, but 1% of the people follows very, very different approach. Like if you take the money also, everyone, 90% of the people in the default mode, 4% of them earns more money, but 1% control the controls this world, right? The similarly here also, even though we have all the things, in our body we have all the things, but we don't take that energy. We are depending on the trees. The moment when keep on doing the meditation, then what happens, those will be activated in our body such a way that, so that you can directly take energy from there. So we call it as, if you search in the Google, like breatharian, right? There are so many examples are there. So many years they are not at all eating. I have seen so many videos on that one. Okay, that's why I'm telling to you. So you go there and you see, whatever they experience without doing Gudakesha, they are achieving the similar result. Like that's what I understand from my experience. They experiencing the same thing there. So it is nothing but Gudakesha is a set of instructions to reach to that state. But some people, it's I told you, right? Everyone is different in this world, and everyone come with some experiences, and then experiences, and based on the previous experience, they start it. Like Bhagavad Gita says, right? Where you stop, make sure that next life, I'll make sure that next life, you are starting there only. So similarly, they might have, like Prabodh sir, immediately he saw it, and he practiced for 18 years. So it is because of he already has some those set of he was there, and now he started from there, right, in this lifetime. Similarly, the same thing, like breatharians and everything, they follow it, and those are all not active. Even our brains also, if you see, our eyes sees only certain frequency, right? Or we hear only certain frequency. It doesn't mean that only that frequency. The dogs sees different, and the bird sees different, or dogs hear can different. So when we are doing the meditation, that that visible length will increase, right? Similarly, everything will be open for you, right? Everything. So Prabhupada sir says time is illusion, okay, and this time is a concept, but we don't accept it because we are not experiencing it. So if our logical mind, we think that, oh, that may not be correct, but our Rishi said everything is midya, right? But we have not experienced that one. Similarly, this one also, and even the food and everything also, different one. Here we have in Gudakesha, right? I think you are already part of the Gudakesha. You come to know how to eat consciously, and how to give it to the others without eating. So it is I think, long way to go. Even I am also a long way to go, and I hope you are also long way to go to reach to that state. I hope I have answered you, not straightforward, but if you have any questions, just ask me and more clarification.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Tirumala, what is it? Sorry, Tirumala. I cannot able to see the full name, but Tirumala. Tirumalesh. Okay, yeah. Sure. Hi.
Hello, sir. Hello, Master.
Yeah, hello.
Very good explanation, meditation, sir. I have some small clarification. You have mentioned in one slide that tapas is related to nirguna.
What?
How you can please elaborate that tapas and nirguna is one and the same or not?
Tapas is a I don't know like where I maintain.
Tamas, sir.
Oh, okay. Means sattva, rajas, tamoguna, right? This is a tamoguna, maybe. So you can say, for example, if you take the Ramayana example, like a sattva guna is a vibhishana, and rajaguna is a Ravana, and tamoguna, like a tamas guna is a Kumbhakarna, right? Kumbhakarna means he want to always take, he want to sleep. Okay, don't maybe I put wrong here. Nirguna, actually there are different states: sattva-guna, rajaguna, tamoguna, nirguna. So nirguna, Rama is a nirguna, tamoguna is a vibhishana, sattva-guna is a tamoguna is a Kumbhakarna, and Sattva-guna is a Vibhishana. I think with that example you'll come to know. Maybe here I have not put it properly. I hope you understand this one.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah. Okay. So
thank you, sir.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Savita, K.A. Savita. Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, namaste, sir. Thank you so much for the wonderful wisdom.
Yeah.
I wanted to answer Mr. Nagendra, sir.
Sure.
Why can I answer it? Can I?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely. We are here to learn from everyone. Yeah, sure.
Sir, actually, we are all light beings. So a light need a light. That is the reason the cosmic energy what we are taking in, we are while we have taken birth, what happened, our Brahmarandra is open. That is the reason first 5 years we are so energetic. Afterwards, because of the pampering of parents and comparison of the students and other social areas, the Brahmarandra has been stopped and it has been calcified. So the cosmic energy, which consciously we are not taking it. That is the reason. If you can, you see that children's they will not eat properly. Parents will be back of the children, eat, but they are so energetic without eating. Afterwards, afterwards it goes on increasing and start eating all kind of other foods which make them to tempt of eating. But eating is not our regular habits. According to Sir told, now even rishis, they have done sadhanas and all. They have taken lot of breath only, not the food. They used to do their tapas practice for long years without having any food. So we are light beings that we have forgot, and whatever we want, everything is in our body only. Water, food, air, everything, it is within us. Now because of this practice, we are getting awareness of how to live in any situation. Whatever we are getting or not, we can live. So when we put the light, when we charge the light, automatically what are all inside our body, it will get open, sir. So I think I have given it.
Yeah, I think you have given good explanation. Thank you so much. And I want to add my experience here. Suppose how I am experiencing this one now. Suppose if I'm keep on doing the meditation, I would say I'm not feeling hungry much. Okay, so maybe I'm taking more light energy, compared to before joining the Gudakesha. So that's why I can relate to it. But we don't go in a single shot, but it's a journey. So as Savita said, we were there. Like our job is to go to the child state. Like Jesus said, if you are going to the child state, automatically you experience everything. But after that one, our mind is become conditioning by everyone. So we need to remove that, like whatever we are putting conditioning or learning, we need to unlearn and unconditioning all of them. Then definitely we reach to that state. Thank you, Savita Garan.
And one more thing is, we are giving food for body. We are giving Sajjana Sangatya for mind and thoughts. What we are giving for the soul. So
right.
Whatever the food we are giving accordingly, so everything will be accordingly only it will be taking in a proportionate way, not like this one and that one. So when we are giving cosmic energy for the light or for a charging of light within ourselves, that is called Aatma Deepo Bhava. We should be light for in our being by ourselves. We should light ourselves. So
okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So Tirumalash, do you have other question? Your hand is still raised.
I think it was from before, Andy.
Okay. Okay, sure. So Sri Pada Sarojini.
Namaste, sir. Very elaborated way, in a simple way, you have explained it.
Thank you.
It is eye-opening for everyone, for the new beginners, those who have come. I just wanted to add one more thing in this, if you allow me.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'm also want to learn. Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Yes. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said, Yukta hara viharasya, Yukta chestasya karmasu, Yukta swapnavabodhasya, Yogo bhavati dukkha. So Yukta hara, everything is in a limited manner, right way. Ahara, vihara, yukta chestasya, whatever the actions you do, karmasu, many actions will be done in the day by us. So everywhere with awareness and in a moderate way, if we follow all these things, and yukta swapna avabodhasya, while sleeping and while in the wakeful state. So if we follow that moderate way, everything, yogo bhavati dukkha, we wanted to come out of that misery. We don't want to have any sort of difficulties. It is not that we will not have difficulties, but we will understand it. Previously, one person has asked one question, and to Savita's madam's answer, I wanted to elaborate it in different ways. So everywhere we have to change the ahara, satvika ahara. The Vibhishana Tattva, we have to come into from Kumbhakarna Tattva to Ravana Tattva, that is egoistic. Then we will come into Sattvaguna, that is Vibhishan Tattva, where when we wanted to, see, we joined in Gudakesha, we wanted to improve ourselves. How to do it in a better way, we joined in Gudakesha. So that night, awareness meditation and then thoughtless state, both here, the Grandmaster Prabodh sir is teaching to us. So we can, if we change our food style, wherever we go, what we are talking, what we are speaking, where we are going, what we are doing, everywhere, the daytime awareness state and nighttime thoughtless state, he is trying to teach us if we catch those points and keep smiling always, so that half of our difficulties will go down.
Yeah.
That difficult feeling will go down. Not that difficulties will not have, everyone will have difficulties, but the feeling, the more we give, it will raise in a different way. But if we smile to that difficulty, so that will become lesser energetic. So that's why he's given Divya Mangal Drishti. Wherever you go, just look at into it in a positiveness and oneness. Everyone is the same energy level. So he is telling the Divya Mangal Drishti, and for 1 minute meditation, so that if we concentrate on 1 minute, so we can raise to 2 minutes, 5 minutes, like that we can change. For that, food is very important, because we are all used to take food. How they convert that food into a sattvic ahara. Now Gudakesha Grandmaster Sir told us to eat fruits in the evening, so that the light body, when we become light body, we can concentrate more on that. We can concentrate more in meditation and then awareness state also. Like this, so many things he is teaching us. So all these things slowly it will take us into that thoughtless state and then awareness state, that golden formula meditation. So thank you, sir. And then you have
thank you so much. You summarized it. You summarized it very nicely. Thank you so much for our explanation. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So yeah, I hope I think everyone is good. Yeah. Thank you, Mani sir.
I think we are so close to end, and all the questions and all the wisdom from the masters, it was wonderful. It is a great addition to what you have spoken and shared this evening, because this information is not something you come by every day. That's why it's important to attend these sessions. And because yourself, you've been in this spiritual journey for 7 years, and both your professional experience and your spiritual experience is really showing in the way you're presenting, comparing the mind to a computer, a CPU. And you don't really have to know we don't have to need to know about electricity to get the benefit of a light, of a fan, or whatever. But when there are people that need that logic, that need that extra stuff to really get that idea to sink in, and you did that wonderfully. And Prabodh Master, in the same way, if we go by the previous example, you don't need to learn about the inner workings of electricity to enjoy the benefits of a light or a fan. In the same way, in the Gudakesha program, for example, we learn about food meditation, we learn about walking meditation, we have Divya Mangala Drishti, we have movie meditation. It's essentially learning to be in the meditative state 24 hours of the day. So you receive that energy every second of the day so you can reach those higher levels faster. Like Srinivas Master said, there are so many paths, and we all want to reach that top of the mountain. And there are infinite paths, but Gudakesha is one of the fastest, if not the fastest method to reach there. And all the participants will attest to that. So excellent wisdom sharing session, Srinivas Master. I enjoyed it thoroughly, and let us all be grateful once again for our Grandmaster Prabodh Garu for creating this wonderful platform. And thank you to the speaker, Srinivas Master, and the leadership team for all your hard work. Without your work, this is not possible. And all the attendees here today, thank you, thank you, thank you. and have a great day.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Prabodh. Thank you. Bye. Have a nice day.